by Temptation is a 1990 theological horror movie that tells the story of how an up-and-coming preacher, unsure of his ministry, travels to New York to get to know the harsh world he plans to evangelize to, becomes the target of a seductive succubus. Here are 5 reasons you should watch this movie. Reason number 1, the demon. Now this movie first begins when we meet a playboy bartender doing what he does best, going from one woman to another. He meets his match when he picks up this mysterious woman at this bar. Things progress and he comes to her house to play in the sandbox or build castles or whatever adults do when they're alone. But he gets spooked when their steamy shower scene turns into blood. He attempts to run out of her house naked, but in conventional horror movie luck, the doors are locked and she eats him alive, literally. The woman is revealed to be a succubus who seduces unfaithful men. Her name is Temptation, and she kills in various ways. She sleeps with a married man and gives him AIDS, which leads to him being shot by his wife when she contracts it from him. She then sodomizes a gay man to death and rips him apart. It makes quick work of any guy she meets, until she meets her match.
It's always been between you and me.
Reason number 2, the preacher.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
We later meet a young Joel Garth having visions of being trained in the Christian faith by his father and later his grandmother, who took him in when his parents died in a car accident. We get to learn that Joel is not only a preacher in training, but the last line of his kind, true man of God who will lead people in the real ways of the Lord. But Joel, upon completing his seminary school, becomes unsure about his destiny. So he moves to New York to get a taste for the secular lifestyle to better understand the world he wants to preach to. But as fate would have it, he is sought out by Temptation herself, who plans to corrupt Joel, thus rendering his ministry useless. Reason number 3, the friend.
Look at you. You look good, right? Look at you. Sharp as a tack.
Now, while staying in New York, Joel lives with his former seminary friend, Kay. Kay, who was also a preacher in training, left the ministry to pursue a career in acting. And while living the life of a traveling actor, Kay became ingrained in the secular lifestyle of womanizing and all the pleasures of the world. However, because he realizes the potential in Joel, he plans to protect Joel from all the evils of the outside world. But after having a brief fling with Temptation herself, Kay spots that something is off with her, and he tries to protect his naive friend from such an evil temptress.
That woman, and I don't know why you can't see this, man, is crazy. She is a murderer.
Reason number 4, the player.
Girl, you got a nuclear butt, you know that? You got one of them explosive booties.
Now, what seems to be a run-of-the-mill throwaway character, we then meet this wannabe playboy named Dougie. Now, Dougie has the absolute worst luck with women. Though he hits on them often, they never seem to fall for his charm. And while Dougie sounds like a simp, I can't believe I used that word, he's actually an FBI agent who is tasked to investigate paranormal claims. More importantly, temptation. So he and Kay link up to put a stop to her, but that's when they learn about her true abilities and motives. Unfortunately, they are powerless to stop her. Reason number 5, good versus evil. Now this movie becomes an all-out war and a battle of good versus evil. Even though Joel is even-tempered and mild-mannered, this movie becomes an entire lesson in spiritual warfare. Joel believes that just by being a minister, he can defeat temptation. But his battle could not be fought with willpower or head knowledge. No, it must be fought with the word of God itself. And even then, he must put what he knows to practice. And as the good book says, faith without works is dead.
Power is in the word, Joel, and the knowledge of that is your weapon.
Now in the end, Death by Temptation is a classic movie with tons of memorable scenes, lines, and set pieces. This is one of Trauma's best films ever produced. Though there's a ton of blood, gore, sex, and violence, at the core of it all, it's a very biblical film. This movie is so unlike Trauma, which is very secular and ran by some of the most secular people in the movie industry. That's just me putting it nicely. These people are ranked pagans. Now in a movie of who's who of actors, I must praise Cynthia Bond for her role as Temptation. Before there was Megan Fox and Jennifer's Body, as a child, whenever I thought of a seductive evil woman, Cynthia Bond was my temptress.
Well, tell me, Joel, how does one just simply take a break from God?
And until next time, when Ced talks horror.
Get out of here. I'm tired of looking at you.